Sir, please smile. I was rudely interrupted with those words. Well, I say rudely interrupted, but you can't really say that when someone just wants you to be happy. I just got off the bus and I was going home. I went to see a friend and I was walking down the street. I noticed that there was a few people smiling for some reason. Sure enough, the people that were smiling said the same thing as the guy on the bus that sat next to me. Please smile, sir. I didn't know what was going on. Was this some kind of new meme that was made purely for the sake to annoy rather than make people happy? Well, let's just say it was then that I was about to find out. I went home, I opened my door, and at first, I relaxed. I sat down on my sofa, reading some news articles on my phone, out of the ordinary for me, to be perfectly honest. And I thought back to why everyone was smiling. I looked it up, and surely enough, there was actually a result. The headline to this article said that there had been a new rise in happiness, that being a good thing, but some part of me thought maybe it was too good to be true. Not everyone in the world could be happy at this current moment, and why specifically now? What happened to make people so happy? I decided to give it a break, and I, surely enough, being a young adult in this modern generation, decided to play one of my games on my old N64. That was what made me happy, if I wasn't with my friend, of course. I played for what felt like a few hours, and I heard a knock at my front door. I then opened the front door to see my neighbor. I opened the door, and the first thing my neighbor said was, "Please smile, sir." I had been smiling. At first, it dropped when, obviously, he told me to smile. I immediately faltered to, I guess, putting on a fake smile to appease him. He smiled in return, as if he hadn't been already, except this time it got painfully wider. It looked like he was about to split his own jaw open, just for one big smile. He then left and I shut the door, slightly recoiling in horror at the vivid image of his jaw slightly snapping and skin tearing, blood coming down his face and dribbling down his chin. Time passed. Eventually I discarded the memory from my mind. The blood, the smile, everything. I was getting ready to go to bed, as it had already gotten pretty late. It was dark-ish, the sky being blue. Still, I briefly took a calming look outside my window. The breeze from the open window hitting my face gently. Cold, but not too cold. The faint sounds of various things like cars and other forms of nightlife slowly echoing about. I was looking through my window one last time, looking into my backyard, looking into the grass, looking into the darkish blue night sky. I looked over at the fence. I saw someone walking by and then stopping to stare at me. It was weird, a very uncomfortable feeling. He looked like he was muttering something. I couldn't tell what, though, as it was too dark to make out his facial features. From what I could tell, it looks like he was muttering the words, "smile." As I took this information in, I just stood there, staring back at him as he slowly left the alleyway, not doing much of anything. The time came where I then went to bed. The last words I remember thinking about were smile, 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 smile. I laughed. I laughed myself to sleep. And sure enough, I woke up the next morning with the biggest, bloodiest smile etched across my face.